you, bitch.
I'm gonna miss you in front of your
I can't tell you how much I
That's
miss
not
you.
the case. Okay.
That's not exactly the case. That's not exactly the case.
Okay.
You thought you said a friend because of
I was like, no. Anyway.
You gotta hear this. This is funny.
Anyway.
You're 36 and I'm your friend. Really?
Anyway.
Eddie and my friends too.
That's awesome.
After 10 years?
Dude, my father called my girlfriend after 5 years.
For like somebody
there's his
I
friend.
can't. My parents know better than that shit. I can't. Like.
All right. We'll listen to the groom.
Anyway, so I meet the grandmother. So on the way to meeting the grandmother from New York to Pennsylvania, where the grandmother happens to be. So I'm asking Vaishali, so what's the story with the grandma? You know, she's 100 years. She's gonna turn 100 this year. What's the story?
What's the deal with your old grandmother?
She's 100 years now.
Yeah, she's 100 this year. She's 100 this year. So I'm like, all right, what's the story? What's the story? So Vaishali tells me she's tough. She's tough.
Say that.
She's a tough old lady. You know, she's got a lot of, you know, she's faculty. You know, like she's
Her mind
mentally,
is like still
mentally she's there.
Awesome.
So I'm like, okay.
Well, I guess not awesome for you, but
Yeah.
in general.
So I gotta work. So I gotta figure out how to work this old lady. Really, she's still like.
Oh yeah.
Mentally, she's there. She's there.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta figure out how do I charm a 100-year-old lady. So it's a tough bill.
And she's seen everything.
It's a tough
Yeah,
goal.
exactly.
Seen it all.
It's a tough goal.
She used to sit there and watch Divorce Court every day.
Right.
Yeah, she used to watch Divorce Court.
Judge Wapner.
Yeah, she used to watch Divorce Court, General Hospital. She was all. She found out they shut down. What was it? One Life to Live. She was pissed.
That I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
I find out the grandmother is 100 years old. So I'm like, all right. So I got to figure out a way to.
With all this fucking training.
I know how to work moms. I don't know how to work grandmas.
You work your mom.
I know how to work moms. I'm comfortable feeling moms. I don't know how to work grandmas. So the grandmas was a challenge. So I get to Pennsylvania, and I see the grandma on the couch. Okay. And so I'm kind of figuring out how to try to win her over. And then finally her dad introduces me to her grandma. I'm trying to figure out how to introduce me to her grandma. And then finally, the Sudish uncle is trying to introduce me to
The grandma?
to the grandma.
Alright.
And it's trying to say, you know, fiance. Or
Wait, who are you being introduced to?
friend. Friend.
Alright.
And then I think he actually
clear.
and then he actually tried to introduce me as the fiance at that point.
But there isn't a word.
You said she's very together.
He was struggling to come up with the word for fiance.
By the way, she knew what fiance meant.
So I'm meeting her. So the skit is actually pretty realistic from tonight. So
Yeah, that's what we.
yeah. So I come up and I'm very like sort of awkward. Like I don't know how to.
No, we know.
Yeah, like I don't know.
And we're all watching, by the way.
Yeah. Everyone is watching.
We're all watching. Like, this is gonna be good.
I'm very much aware that everyone is watching me right now. So the grandma is very much paying attention to me, and so Sudish uncle is introducing me to his mother to me, and he basically tries to introduce me as a fiance, and then tries to sort of context me a little bit.
How does he say fiance? Like
He actually says fiance. He says fiance, and then he says that I'm actually close family friends. I'm the son of close family friends of Sundra and Josna.
His mom and dad.
His mom and dad.
it all comes back to this guy.
It's all about me.
I'm telling you, I can't tell
Fucking
you.
cheer me right
That,
now.
Well, we're sure
Dad-
your mom and dad.
That was
Not
seriously-
necessarily you.
Alright.
I knew it.
my
Let's not
life
give you that
became
much
so
credit.
much easier when I name drop Sundra and Josna.
Yeah. I
my
think
life
you did a
became
couple
so much
times
All of a
easier.
sudden, the approval came on.
My life
Okay.
became so much easier.
Yeah, sir.
So-
Josh Auntie, you were
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
mean,
So-
seriously, like,
So he says
Yeah.
he's a family friend of Sundara and Jyotsnanti, and so she kind of sort of lights up a little bit. You know, she becomes a little bit more aware, and then she says that he's Gujarati.
goes,
She lights up a little bit
Yeah.
more, and then she says that he's Kraita. She lit up like a Christmas tree.
yeah.
And then she's laying on a couch, and she basically like pulls me towards her, and VJ's taking pictures at that point, and she's just we're just snapping pictures at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that point, I knew. At that point, I
you seal
knew.
the deal.
As soon as I dropped Sooner, I go just Auntie. I got this.
How many
Nice.
times did you drop
I got
that name?
this.
How many times did you drop that name?
I dropped it as many times as possible.